So the time is 7:20. I've just fed her. My boobs were so engorged I couldn't even lay down properly, so I was like, yeah, you're getting up and getting straight on that boob. But that little alarm thing you just saw is actually super useful. I use that to track when I breastfeed her, so I can see when I breastfeed her, and I put the alarm name as L or R to distinguish between if I use the left breast or the right breast. And at the end of the day, I can also see how many times I fed her, and we like to average between about 7 to 9 times a day. You are watching a day in the life of me and Renae. My name's Patrice, I'm No Time Mum, and this is my beautiful 4.5-month-old daughter. Oh, got a little scratch. Oh, Renae. And there's so much you're going to be able to see today. I'm going to be including her sleep schedule, her wake windows, her bedtime routines, her feeding schedule, how I fit in to do stuff throughout the day, which is still definitely a struggle, but you'll get to... Oh, she's just thrown up. And we are back. There's going to be so much you're going to be able to find out today, so keep tuned. Say good morning. So the time is now 5 to 8 and I'm going to tidy up a little bit because annoyingly last night we left the living room in quite a state and I have to pump. I always do one pumping session in the morning just to try and keep my milk supply up. We do it for things such as baby rice, so we like to add it into that, and then after I like to give her about 1 or 2 ounces in a bottle to help wash it down with. There was a huge struggle getting her to take a bottle. I mean, it took us a couple of months. I will also be uploading another video about the struggle about going from breast to 1 bottle, because it was such a struggle, and I'm so proud of me and my partner for continuing with it and getting through the struggle, and I'm so proud of her for finally latching onto a bottle. So whilst I tidy up, I've got her in here. So I'm going to sit her in this. Oh, did I make you jump? So I'm going to sit her in this while I crack on with everything. So now let's get some tidying done. And now for my breakfast. I'm so predictable when it comes to breakfast. I have 1 of 3. I always either have porridge with fruits, or I have eggs. I love, love, love eggs. Or I just make a smoothie. But today, darling, yeah, today we have porridge. So I always use almond milk, and then I've got some golden syrup one here, but I usually do just have plain oats, but these were on a good offer, so could not resist. Some lovely strawberries, some lovely blueberries, a banana. It's really annoying. I brought these like 2 days ago and they're already all going like this. And I always have chia seeds. They're a great source of fibre. So, and you can't taste them, so it's great. And some honey instead of sugar. She is getting a little bit frustrated here, which I'm a bit worried about, but we're going to try, aren't we? Great tip with blueberries, pop them into the porridge before you put them into microwave, and it pops the blueberries once they get really hot, and it turns it really sweet and purpley as well. And one good tip from one mum to another is clean as you go. I've really struggled with a messy house. I just feel like messy house, messy mind. So I'm constantly not finishing what I'm doing. It's like I might start doing the kitchen and then she goes down for a nap, and then I can't continue with the kitchen because it makes too much noise, so I then go into the bedroom and start on that. So I felt like I was never completing anything, and yeah, the house was still a mess. I really had to learn to lower my standards when it comes to cleaning. I don't even have time for myself, let alone a clean house, but when I do clean the house, oh, the relief is mwah. Now it is time to eat my breakfast, but I'm a little bit skeptical. She's getting really tired. Usually on her first nap, it's super easy to get her down. I say super easy. But she usually goes down about an hour to an hour and a half after she's first woke up. So we woke up about 7ish. So I will put her down to bed at about 7:30. And then she will nap for usually about half an hour, 45 minutes. So I may have to have a cold breakfast here. I'm not too sure. I'm just going to try and sing to her whilst I eat, and hopefully that keeps her entertained. So, you got it, darling. Good girl, and straight in the mouth. Do you want to grab it with both hands? Yes, you do. So yeah, this is really huge for a 4-month-old when they start grabbing things with both hands. Bad mum alert. I've actually forgotten to change her bum when we've woken up. So I'm going to go now before I turn into even more of a worse mum. We say goodbye breakfast. Goodbye lovely warm breakfast. She has got a massive bogey, so this is brilliant. It's a nose sucker. You just squeeze it in like that and then it sucks the bogies out. So my sister actually said to me that she used to suck the bogies out of her baby's nose, and I was thinking, oh, do I really want to be doing that? But no, I got this off Amazon and I will link it into the description below. It's another useful, very useful thing to have when you have a baby. Done. You love me, let's be friends and family with a great big... What are you looking at? Oh, mummy's got your big bogey on my hand. Ew. Massive tip alert here. My partner actually taught me this. So if you have baby wipes, don't you ever find when you pull them out you get 10 cum rather than the one that you want? Well, if you pop a hairband around the end here and then push all the baby wipes to the bottom so they end up there, you get one at a time. Now it's only been 5 minutes since I made the breakfast and I'm able to still have it nice and warm. She's actually just staring at me whilst I eat. Mmm, yummy. So she is actually showing signs of being ready for food, although it is 6 months that we are going to start feeding her from, which is the advice that is everywhere. She stares at me in fascination whilst I'm eating. She grabs things with both hands. I've always given her her vitamins on a spoon, so whenever we're feeding her baby rice or vitamins, she always goes to like grab the spoon with us. She sits up now as well, which is really good. So we are super excited about starting her on the journey of solids and foods. So do make sure that you subscribe and press that bell icon so that you get notified on whenever I upload any videos. Like I say, she's 4.5 months old, so we've got so many milestones to be going through, and me filming the whole journey will be great for you guys to follow. So it is now her bedtime. The time is 8:28, so exactly an hour and a half. We always put her down to nap in her room. She's done that for quite a while now. We're only in like a small flat, so everything's pretty close together. So I put her down in her room with the curtains closed, the monitor on, the white noise. This is actually her tired sound. The white noise machine. And sometimes we try and put her down while she's still awake. She can do that. She has been quite good with that. So we're hoping when it gets to the 6-month transition of her going into her own room, she's just, yep, I know this bed, I'm happy with this bed. Right, so the time is now 8:34 and she has gone down, I hope. Oh, let me turn the monitor on. And only in, what is that, 6 minutes. That's pretty good. I'm pretty proud of myself there. Now I have hopefully about half an hour, 45 minutes. Hello. Did you have a lovely sleep? Did you? So the time is now 9:10, so she had a good 40 minutes. So for now, we're just going to do a little bit more playing. And we're going to get her ready and dressed. And I'm going to try and get myself ready and dressed as well. Now, baby rice we actually made ourselves. We just got some brown organic rice, because believe it or not, white rice is actually bleached to make it white. So yeah, it has to be brown rice. So we just got that, blended it up, and then we put some breast milk in with it. My partner usually does the feeding just because I do the breastfeeding, and I want her to be able to associate him with feeding, because I haven't actually had a night out or done anything for myself since she was born, just because it's been really difficult with the bottle, trying to get her to take 1 bottle a day. When she's left with her dad, she does tend to scream when it gets to her food time, just because she's not used to him being the one to feed her. So we said when she starts on food, he'll be the one to do the feeding so that she can associate him with feeding and I can have a night out. Gosh. Some apples, carrots and parsnips. We've tried this one before, and we've also tried mango. The mango, she did come up with a bit of a reaction, which was a bit worrying. After about 10 seconds, oh, I can't open this, she got really red on her cheek, and then like 5 more seconds after that, a few red blotches. I do love baby food. So we're going to add some of this into here. We're going to mix that in. Oh, bless you. She's like squeezing my hand for dear life. You like that one, don't you? Interestingly, a baby's gag reflex is on the middle of their tongue. So that's why they tend to gag a lot more easier than we do. Over time, it moves to the back of their mouth. So just make sure you understand the difference between gagging and choking. Gagging is quite normal when you start introducing foods to them. Differences I found since giving her food are her poos, of course. They have definitely changed and become quite longer in between as well. And her sleep, she does tend to sleep for a lot longer throughout the night. I used to wake up with her probably every 3 hours or so. Afterwards, we're going to wash it down with some breast milk in a bottle, aren't we? So I don't want her to associate feeding time with them breast afterwards, because if it's going to be my partner that's doing this for her, I want her to think food and bottle. I just feel super proud whenever she's taking a bottle, just because of the journey we went through and how difficult that journey was. I'm going to let her just stay in there for a minute, because being in there, she does tend to burp herself, which is one thing I'm not too sure on. Do you still burp them a lot after you've given them foods? I'm not sure. Burping is actually one of my worst things that I just really don't like doing. And then we go, all done, all done. So that's a bit of sign language. I'm trying out a bit of sign language with babies, because I heard, and it does make sense, babies actually speak through their body language before they do their voice. So if she can communicate to me through hand actions and understand what I'm saying through hand actions, then we're winning. So I know it's going to be a long while until she does it back to me, or probably understands. But if I just continuously do, like, that means all done, and that means milk, which is like milking a cow. And then through songs that we learn at baby group, so at bedtime when I sing her lullabies, I'm trying to learn to do some sign language there. Right, she really is showing signs of tiredness now, which is quite early for a second nap. So I'm going to quickly just get her changed and do some low-key activities with her, because I don't want to put her down after an hour, but I also don't want to miss and her become overtired, because one thing with babies is when they become overtired, they release adrenaline, which actually keeps them up, which is why you hear that it's so difficult to get an overtired baby to bed, because they just have adrenaline running through their veins. But Dada, did you just fart on Mummy? So we're going to go and get her ready now. Come on, Renae. So time to get her ready. As you can see here, I've actually labelled where her clothes are. Ow, ow. So the time is now 10:40, so it's been an hour and a half since she woke up. I tried to push it back just a little bit, just because she was getting super tired, and as you can see here, yeah, she's instantly like, there we go. I just wanted to show you as well the white noise machine that I brought. That's so good. But you've got a timer on there, so you can have it on for 30 minutes, 60 minutes, or an hour and a half, or you can just have it on continuously. You've also got like a little music button which changes the white noise that comes out. We just use the classic static white noise, but you've got like lullabies on there, you've got sounds of the ocean, you've got a heartbeat, which is something we tried as well. So many, I think you've probably got about 20 or 30 settings of songs on here, don't quote me on that. Yeah, this is really good. So I will link this in the description. It's definitely worth getting if you're a bit unsure about white noise machine, because you don't want it to be another habit that they let go of. Again, I've done a lot of research into that, and it's actually okay. It doesn't affect, in fact, it actually really helps them sleep, because it blocks out their stimulation of the outside world when they're sleeping. So their mind is still working, I think 60% when they're still asleep. So any sort of sounds or anything like that is stimulation for them, and it's keeping them awake. Whereas a white noise machine blocks out that stimulation and helps them just go into a nice sleep, I suppose. And when you wean them off it every night, just slowly decrease the volume, and eventually they'll just get used to that. So yeah, definitely grab yourself one of these. Link will be in the description. But time to get her to bed.